I'm just eyeing up the water tank. It's one that fits round a spare wheel on a T6 and 5. Right guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to be continuing working on this 2019 Volkswagen Transporter conversion today. Going to be starting off by starting to fit the water tank, and then we're going to continue on to tap the diesel tank, so we can then go on and install the diesel heater, which is going to be a part 2 video, so stay tuned for that one. And yeah, so hopefully, who knows, you never know what's going to happen out here on Canvey Island. So appreciate all the people that have been watching up until now, and don't forget to like and subscribe and ring that bell, because that really counts. So for now, let's get into the video and see what happens. I mean, what's the worst can happen? Who knows? Thanks for watching. Water tank installation, take 1. Right, so I'll put the water tank in place. I'm going to take you underneath with me. Let's see if I can show you what I've done here. So I'm just eyeing up the water tank. It's one that fits round a spare wheel on a T6 and 5. So I've been in touch with a man that's got the stuff, and I think we're going to have a trip over there and get some studying. So right, so I've been collecting parts to fit the water tank. I've got a couple of bits of studding. I'm going to use some of the aluminium that I've already got here. It's got a couple of short lengths, so I might as well use that. So I've just made one sort of a bit of angle iron I had knocking around, just chopped it up, punched a couple of holes through, got some self-drilling bolts over there, and this is where the hole for the studding should go through, and I'll probably just secure it with some nuts and bolts, lock them up on each other. I'll show you when I get a bit further along. Let's make the other bracket and see how we go. Right, so today I'm going to be finishing off making, well, made the brackets for the water tank. I've got 4 on there already, got another 2 to fit, and then waiting for a mate of mine to bring me some strapping. Was going to use this this stuff here, but I've already made 2 of the brackets, but it's quite deep. It would work, and I've got a bit more of it. But I think what I'll do is I'll wait for him to get the strapping. So I'm going to get the other 2 brackets on, and then I'm going to try and get it on ramps at the front, stands at the back, and then hopefully we're going to get the fuel tank out and start tapping the tank. I've got the pickup pipe in here, which before I even take the tank out, I want to check I've got all the parts there, because there's nothing worse than getting the tank out and getting ready to start fitting something and you find out it's something missing. So yeah, so I think the first job is to get these brackets get under there. Can't really be bothered, but you know, got to do these things. Hopefully that paint's dry. Still feels a bit tacky actually, but anyway, they're putting them on now. So we'll put these brackets on and then we'll go from there, see how we get on. So let's crack on with it. Right, so as you can see, probably got a bit of dirt in my eye now. All that time wearing my glasses, I took them off and I got something in my eye. Do that in a minute. Anyway, you can see that last bracket was a right pain in the bum up there. Had to take this top mount off just so I can get that thing in there. That's going to be fine though. These brackets ain't going nowhere, so we've got the other ones in here, wherever we put them. There's that one there, them, and these other ones. Here we go. Once we get our 4mm straps on there as well, on the M10 stud, that ain't going nowhere. So anyway, that's another job done. I might just trial fit the water tank back in here for now. Get it held in place to keep it out of the way more than anything, and then next job, get down there and remove that tank. So we need to get it up in the air first. So anyway, let's get on with finishing this bit off, as far as we can go with it anyway, until we get our straps, and we're still waiting on the fuel level sensor, so we've got to fit that into the tank and get some pipes and so on. I'm thinking of routing it down the side there. Got something planned, and yeah, well, we'll make it up as we go along. So what's the worst can happen? Anyway, for now, let's get this tank back in place. Right, so there's a little lesson learned. I've been wearing my safety glasses under the van all day yesterday, and every day mostly when I've been underneath. Now I took them off because I couldn't quite see what I was doing. Well, I thought I couldn't. And what do you know it? Get a bit of crap in my eye. So I've just addressed that. Took my contact lens out, and I think it was on that, luckily enough. I'll find out tomorrow and get an itchy eye. But yeah, if you can, always wear your safety glasses when working under a vehicle. Let's get back on with this. Right, so as you may have seen, water tank's back in. Using my mounting points that I've put in. There they are there. You can see them around the top there. Now this channel here I'm going to change. I'm going to put some 4mm strapping on there, and we'll pad that out with some nice bit of rubber. And also I think what I might do is I might put some rubber tubing down here as well, if I can get my hands on it, if I think it's going to be close to the tank. Of course there and there I think it might be alright, but I might still, if I've got some, I might still put it on. And yeah, and there's our other mount. So that's going to have a rod drop from there, and there's our other one that was a real pig to put in, is just there. So that should just be perfect. That's going to come down there. We'll have another brace across here at this angle, Yeah, I think that's going to work well actually. Quite pleased with it. I just wanted that extra support. It's a funny shaped tank, and yeah, so, and obviously we won't be using nuts like that. Well, we've got nylocks, loads of nylocks in there. We use big washers, but yeah, we'll put nylocks on the top, and yeah, and lock it all off. I don't know if we'll use lock nuts on there or not. I don't think we need to be fair. Once the nylocks go on, they're not coming off. Plus the weight of the tank, it's a bit overkill. But, and obviously, lucky enough, in the top here, we've got to fit our sensor. So once we drop this tank back down, when we're ready to do the final fitting, we'll fit the sensor, the CBE control thingy-majig, and yeah, that'll be good. So actually the brackets went in quite well, and spare wheel still fit in there nicely. So but anyway, we're going to get it up on the ramps on the front wheels, and then we'll jack this back up, and I think we might just stick the stands under the back here. Gives a bit more clearance anyway. We'll probably be up here for a few days now on the stand, so be nice and safe. So yep, let's get on with that now. Right, so I've opened the kit that comes with a standpipe, and just straighten that out a little bit, maybe straighten that a little bit more. So we've got our standpipe, a little lowering under there, little nylock on there, so there it is, lowering. So that's going to create a seal on the top of the sender unit. That's going to go down into our tank. And then one of these will fit onto there with a Jubilee clip, and our other pipe will push into that and have a Jubilee clip on, and I'm guessing that this will be where the pump connects. So there you go, it's all there, so hopefully we can get on and start fitting this now. Right, so I've got the trays off, put it in the air. Next job, I've got to disconnect these fuel caps, I suppose. Oh, she's a gurgler. What was all this about? Right. What we're going to do here. Right, so you can see that, hopefully you can. Looks like we've got one of these are T20s. Let's just take everything out. I'm sure it'll come out somewhere or another. So I'm going to put these in the garage. Yeah, so when you're underneath, you can see up there, there's our, take it, that's our AdBlue tank and various electronical wizardry in there. Right, let's get a T30. can do that one up there. So that's it, the neck's loose. Just going to get these bolts off now. See how we get on. Hard, can it? Right. Playing this city camera. Okay. Wobbly old thing, isn't it? So there we go. Here we go. One of these annoying Volkswagen clips. There we go. And the usual type of oh, diesel. Don't you just hate diesel? Anyway. Right, that's it. Okay. Let's get a piece of wood. Just tank slabs on it, so right, so there we are. That's what you want to be careful of, that little sucker there. Be careful of that. Now somehow we're going to fit that pipe into there. God knows how. But anyway, I think we might have to, don't know. Let's investigate it. So, on here, this is a Volkswagen T6 2019. Now, I don't know if you can even see that. There's a funny shape. It's not even a square. Doesn't have a knockout plug underneath. As you can see, I'll show you underneath. What it has got, it shows you, you can see there, that's the largest portion of underneath the sender unit that you could possibly drill into. So we've marked a centre point, and we're hoping that that's going to go straight through the centre of there loosely and then down into the sender unit. There we go. Brand new van, and I'm drilling it. Nothing like that. That didn't take a lot, did it? Straight through. So I've already cut that down to 190 centimetres. That's from there to there. So, well, you can see why people put them little fuel tanks in the van themselves. But you don't want to do this. That's the thing to do. But I suppose it'd be worth it in the end to actually have the fuel pick up off our tank. Yeah, that's tight. This is T6, it's got the AdBlue on it as well. So I've got my pipe coiled up there ready for me, my diesel heater finally. Even if it don't work, I can, that's the hardest job out of a lot of things doing on this van. A bit of diesel there, clean that up in a minute. But yeah, I've got my pipe coiled up there. Push this pipe as far as I can into the little rubber pipe, and got my other pipes back on. So now I've just got to spin this tank back round and somehow manoeuvre it back into place. Get the straps on, and we're finished. We can have a cold one. So Yeah, be good to see this tank back in and see the van running again, I must say. So there we go. Well, bit of a nightmare, but it's done and it's all working. It wasn't working, had a few problems, basically wouldn't start, so I gathered it was something to do with it being sitting up in the air on the front and the fuel run back to the tank from the pipes. So what I've done is I took it off the axle stands, lowered it down at the front, and it started up, but had no fuel gauge either. So Jack put it back on the axle stands, and cut a long story short, I had to lower the tank down a little bit because I had a feeling that I hadn't pressed a little red, there's a small red connector that fits onto the top of the sender unit. Make sure you press the red button down, because I didn't, and then you end up with no fuel sender. It runs, but you'll get no, your gauge won't work basically. So then we put it back up on the axle stands, put all the under tray back on, put everything back on, so it's all back to normal now. So I've just cable tied our nice little pipe up, which I'm really pleased about, because this is one of the jobs on this van that I don't know why I was dreading it so much, because it is quite a big thing taking a fuel tank out. And I can tell you that putting that filler neck back up through that hole, I did actually have my son-in-law help me. So big thanks to John there, because really awkward job to do by yourself. He was sort of guiding it up through the hole and minding the AdBlue neck out of the way at the same time. Although it's connected via a braided hose, it's still really tight as it comes up the back there. So if you've got a standard T5 with no AdBlue, then you know it's a fallout job. It's easy, to be honest. One of the hardest things was getting the neck back up there, and also pushing the sender unit down into the tank with a spring on it, and then tightening up the nut on top. But other than that, it's a good one. Now I'm going to show you underneath, just show you my pipe, and I've put all the trays on the left hand side of the van. I haven't put them on the driver's side yet, because I'm going to be working on that side. One, to fit the diesel heater, and two, to run the lines for the water tank. So at the moment I've left all them off, but all the ones on the fuel side, you're not going to use the fuel side for much, so you might as well just cover that side back up, and that job's finished in, and we can move on. So I've just strapped them plastic pipe for now. It comes out the top of the fuel tank here. Yeah, it comes out the top of the fuel tank. I've just strapped that onto the handbrake. I doubt I'm even going to be driving the van anywhere for a while. And as you can see, I've got all the guarding off down that side, ready for whatever we're going to run in there. Probably our water pipes. And then, yeah, so that's that. And there's our water tank there. So still waiting on my mate with the straps. I'm sure he's going to turn up today or tomorrow or soon. If not, I'll go and get him, and we'll finish that water tank off. I've got the sender unit that turned up today, so we're looking to see what size hole we've got to cut in the top of the tank, and get that installed, and then we'll really be marching on. We get some pipe, start running the pipe into the van, and you know, hopefully we start breaking the back of this now. So I think we've done some of the really tricky bits to do, so at least we won't have to lay under this fan anymore. So that's it. That's me out for now, so see you on the next one.